हेलमेट वाइजर क्लीनर किट विच आई कुड
यही चाहिए था, यही चाहिए, यही बोले
हमारा नेता कैसा हो, हमारा नेता कैसा हो।
Nearly got caught in the shots. Pritam मिल गया. Daily booking.
Friends, I also wanted to share this video wherein we have received some goodies when we were at the All India Riders Meet, which happened for exclusively versus bike riders at Coorg 2023. So from the Kawasaki service guys, we have got the Kawasaki Super Chain Cleaner and Super Ceramic Chain Lube. Then from RV Josh, Ritesh Vashwani, we have got a very good gift. This is a keychain, and then we have a microfiber cloth, and then we also have a liquid cleaner to clean the helmets and our goggles whenever we are on ride. Then from Bike and Biker, from Atul, we have received this cool t-shirt. It is showing a little crushed because I had to put it in the bag and get it. So this is definitely a wonderful cotton t-shirt. Thank you so much, Bike and Biker. Then we have from Hexa GT, we have this awesome sticker and keychain, and we also have voucher these are which we received when we were at the India versus Ride meet. Thank you so. प्लीज लीजिए.
Thank you guys. Thank you very very much.
Just quickly tell you what it is. So this is more like the entry level lineup, and what is the difference between the Boulevard and Voyager is while we put everything into it, not many people asked us, do you have something which doesn't have the backrest, which doesn't have the carrier handle? I want something which is extremely lightweight. So this one comes about 6.4 kilos. So now, of course, to remove those components and kind of make, let's say if you shave off the weight, we could do only about 500 to 600 grams, which was not really much of a weight reduction, which any which ways we are working on. What we really wanted to do is make something ultra lightweight, and that's why we're launching the Voyager series, which doesn't have quite a few things. So also this one is much more economic, I would say. This one, the top case comes at around 24,500 plus the bracket. So if I were to talk about a versus, that comes up to around 27.5. That's the cost, landing cost. But this product, the top case as such, lands in around 19K, 19,500 to be precise. While the build quality is the same, like the waterproofing, the aluminium, everything is the same. It's just that some features have been docked, and that is again to kind of shave off weight, as well as also to kind of cut down the cost. And the other intention is also that we want to kind of try to penetrate into the Chinese market, because those still flood our Indian market, and then there are various issues with it. So also this is our attempt to kind of get into that market as well, wherein there is an affordable box also with the sub 20 kg. So that is what we have. Along with the top case, we're also launching the panniers as well for this. So it's the same setup. So that's what we're going to show now. And with that, I'll let you guys to kind of have a look.
Guys, can we give a applause as they unveil? अब खींच भी भाई लोग ब्रेकफास्ट खाया है, मारते रहो.
Ready?
तालियां.
So this is the Voyager lineup. If you see, the look and feel is slightly different. In this, we have achieved something called as a minimum rivet design. There's, unlike I would say, like comparing with our own boxes, there are a lot of rivets that you can see on the outside. Whereas in this, everything is pretty much flush. This comes with a bumper and stuff, but this one doesn't come with a bumper. And likewise, the bottom lock is what is missing in the top case. It has a different kind of locking system, which locks from the inside. It's sort of a cantilever mechanism, what you see in high-end cycle axles. So that's what we have. And this one, of course, doesn't get the backrest, as well as the carry handle on top. So if you see, there's a carry handle here, there is different type of handles here. But this just gets a stainless steel pipe. But the similarity is it's the same build quality, the same materials have gone into building those. This weighs in just about 4.7 kilos. So it's sub 5 kilos. That was something that we're trying to do, and that's how we have got it. This is a smaller capacity as well. So there is a 26 liter capacity, there's a 38 liter capacity, and then there is one even smaller, which is a 16 liter capacity. So this is going to be our entire lineup. We start at 16, we have the 26, we have the 38, we have the 46, and then there is a bigger one, which is a 56 liter. In terms of panniers, the Voyager will only get two models, which is a 26 liter, what we call as a slim line, this one. And then there is something called as a 38 liter, which is the same size. Both of these are the same size. So that's pretty much about the range. Now, before I kind of let you guys experience it, there's one more thing that I wanted to showcase. Something that we got inspired by Tech, and we kind of built it here. And that's called as more like so this is a slim line. As you can see, this doesn't jut out from the bike much. So this for those people who say that I don't want it to kind of come out of the bike at all. But with this, the problem is the capacity is also constrained as it is just a 26 liter case. So now the other option is to add a bag on top. But with the bag again comes its own set of challenges. While that is okay, but it also comes out with its own set of challenges. So what we have done here is we have kind of gotten a range extender for this. So you have a dual lock system, and you unlock this, it kind of comes out from the bike. Whereas in the Voyager, again you have to lock it from inside. It's a single cantilever mechanism. Again, that's also sort of a quick lock. It takes about 15-20 seconds as compared to turning off a key. There's one feature which is missing in Voyager, which is in this the lid opens up, but you can also kind of take this lid off totally, and this becomes more like a tray for you to kind of use it as a tray or whatever is what. So these are the things that is missing. One is we've designed something called as a fuel can holder as well as a bottle holder. So soon we'll be launching out this for our existing top cases. So this is again made out of stainless steel. This would fit somewhere like this. So you can have two of these, and this will also have a safety net so that the bottle doesn't jump and fall off. So that's something that we've added. And this will also go into your panniers somewhere here. So that way, in case if you want to add extra fuel, you can kind of get extra range out of it. We're also kind of working with a vendor to get the fuel cans. Each would be about 3.5 liters. So get about 7 liters of fuel.
Oh, that's a great idea.
This is something that we
That's a great idea.
bringing out. But what I'm excited to show you is what we call it as a pannier extender. How this goes is something like this.
This is lovely.
Now the same thing kind of extends totally, and it gives you about 34% of range. So now a 26 liter pannier, which is still slimline, now becomes close to a 36 liter case. So with this, and you continue to have the same waterproofing, you continue to have the same metallic box that you needed, but again you wanted it to be slim. So with that, this is what we could do, and this will be available for the 38 liter range as well as the 46 liter range if you want to increase it further. So we have a bigger range which is a 46 liter, which we don't have it here. That is not present in the Voyager series. Voyager, as I said, is going to be only 26 and 38, whereas this extender will be available for across. So with this, you can kind of extend your range, and whenever you don't need it, you kind of take it off. As I showed you, it's pretty simple to load it and unload it. So that's one of the new things that we have brought in. So this is what we as a company have been working over the last couple of, I would say, 5 years now. We started off this in 2017, and with COVID and everything, things just got delayed. It's only like 2021 is when we started selling. And last year, of course, we did quite good sales and stuff. And we did the product launch also in IBW. That's about it. So now it's all over to you. Kind of, you can come and have a closer look. And any questions, feel free to.
What offers are you giving if anybody is placing the order today?
Yeah, I'll talk about that. Yes.
Warranty period.
In this Voyager series, you have reduced the weight. So the loading capacity will still remain the same, or will it be less?
The loading capacity is the same for two reasons. Because our frames are the same. We are not manipulating
So
the
there's the
frames.
advantage of taking a Voyager, you will be able to load something more.
Yeah. Like, so the frames are going to be the same, and the construction of the frames are pretty much the same. And so in terms of capacity, there is not much. But of course, considering that we have shaved off about 1.5 kilos of weight, so that much kind of gets added. Though we have kind of, for simplicity purposes, we still say it's an 8 kg load bearing capacity. That's what we claim. And of course, as we say, 38 liter, but it is actually in reality is close to 40-41 liters, and that's how we have kind of differentiated. Even this is 26 liter, but in reality it's about close to around 30 liters.
Rax, when you mount this, you need to mount it considering that I might put an extender.
I'm sorry?
When you mount this in the side, the position of it in terms of height, you'll have to mount it considering that we might put the extender. Now, वरना pillion को problem हो जाएगा, and then not put whether to keep the extender or not.
That was my question. Height on any bike for that
Yes,
matter.
it would, because as is when we build a pannier, like there are a set of what you call parameters that we look at. over the years we understood there's a set of international guidelines. If you want to kind of do it at that level, that quality, there's a set of road safety instructions as well as some quality parameters that you have to adhere to and meet. So now there are a lot of panniers around. I don't want to talk much about them, but I do not see that there are certain basics that have been met in those things. It's just that I want to develop a product that's been done. It's been very difficult for us as well, and simple things like the plastics that we use. We send these products out to Sweden for certification.
The mounting ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡು. You think that's the original height? No. And then mount it.
No, I'll clarify that.
Why?
I'll clarify that. So when
will lock onto the
When there's a pillion,
particular
what's
place.
the comfort?
when there's as I said, I was talking about guidelines. So one of the guidelines is there's a pillion seat. The pillion seat is here. The top of the pannier should not exceed by about 8 mm. That's one of the guidelines. So now talking about price. This is scheduled to have a price increase of around 700 rupees. So the new price very soon would be 25,200. But as of now, it is 24,500. Even the panniers are 24,500 a set, like one side. So that's 49k on the panniers, and this is 25. Anywhere between 10 to 20. So if you're looking at the full set, you're looking at somewhere around 85k, 85, 87k. That's what the Boulevard comes up. But now if I were to talk about the individual things, so this one's 24,500 as of today, but this one's going to be at a cost of 19,500, and that's a sub 20k mark I talked about. Likewise the panniers also, there again you take the 26 liter or you take the 38 liter, that it still would be 19,500, and the frames are pretty much the same. So there are two bikes out. You would see that the majority of the components are the same. Only in the Voyager there is a plate that we add. I'll show you guys there. And whereas in the Boulevard it's pretty much the same. So these things will be mounted on the bike and it will be out. So if someone wants to have a closer look, please feel free to kind of have a look.
Yeah, maybe.
Again, having said that, it mounts on the same bracket. Just turn. It's pretty much the same. So there is no difference in terms of safety. We couldn't compromise on safety. That's the last thing that we want. And one other aspect that I want to talk about is, so if this is the left side pannier, so if you are facing this side, this pannier was opening this way. So if you see these grooves, they are cut this way. The reason is because, God forbid, say a rider meets with an accident. If let's assume we flip the grooves, it's this way. Now assume we have it this way. What happens is the panniers will never detach from the bike. As a result, someone hits the pannier, the rider is immediately sent into a spin. Whereas with this, it is designed in a way that beyond a particular impact, it is just going to detach from the bike. That way the rider's stability is still kind of to a greater extent retained. That's the whole intention with this particular design. Same thing with the Boulevard as well. So this one's a left as well, and that one's a left as well. So irrespective what, as I said, there are so many parameters that you need to consider, and the lid doesn't detach there. Unlike a Boulevard, it doesn't detach, whereas in this, it just stops there. So if
Offers.
Any other questions?
Offer puch raha hai, offer.
Offers are right here, so please come over. We have got you guys some vouchers as well as some goodies.